Hello friends, I am Antika and in this video I will be discussing about Spirulina, a wonder food, where I will be discussing a general overview of this cyanobacteria or blue-green algae Spirulina, its nutritional fact, as well as what are the various advantages from such a diet or the disadvantages of Spirulina as a food or food supplement. I will not be discussing about the morphology, the life cycle, the reproductive strategies of Spirulina in this video. That will be discussed in a separate video, though all these are part of MSc as well as BSc syllabus. In case you are not a MSc or BSc student, then also you can learn from this video. You can learn about a new food supplement. Another food supplement apart from Spirulina is also chlorella. I have also made a separate video on chlorella. You can go and watch that video if you want to know about chlorella, which is also another feed supplement. So this Spirulina, it was used traditionally by the people of the Aztec civilization as well as other civilizations in the Mesoamerican part. Mesoamerica is a part which will include the southern part of Mexico and the isthmus that connects the North and South America, as well as it is also, the Spirulina has been used traditionally as a food in many tribal populations of Africa, especially in the Lake Chad region. The Spirulina was used as a food traditionally, but after the World War ended, there was crisis of food, and all the researchers, they after 1945 when the war ended, all the researchers, they were searching for new feed supplement that can stop or reduce the hunger, and but the maximum use of Spirulina or chlorella as a feed supplement, it started after in the 1970s, when both Russia and America, they were sending many missions to space and Mars, and this Spirulina as well as chlorella, both algae, they were used as a feed supplement because they were very good source of protein, and the protein also a very high quality protein, which means that they have all the essential amino acids. So it was mostly after and during the 1970s and after it, due to the space missions, this Spirulina and chlorella, they gained importance as a feed supplement as well as food supplement. So Spirulina, this is a cyanobacteria, or we can also say it's a blue-green algae. Earlier it was considered a blue-green algae, but now it is considered a cyanobacteria, which means that the body of this Spirulina, the cells will have a prokaryotic genetic material, which means that their genetic material will not be in a bounded form, that is, they will not have a proper nucleus, that is, their body, the cell body will have genetic material but no nuclear membrane or other membrane bound organelles like that. So these are the characteristic of bacteria which Spirulina have, but it, on the other hand, it has algae-like characteristic, which means that it is autotrophic. It produces its own food by photosynthesis. It has got all the pigments, it has got all the pigments of blue-green algae. So this it is a photosynthesizing and it is a prokaryotic. So it is an amalgamation of both prokaryotic and eukaryotic character. So if you want to know detail about cyanobacteria, I have made several videos on cyanobacteria. I can put the link in the description and you can just go and watch those videos. So I'm not discussing about what the cyanobacteria is in detail here, but this spirulina is a cyanobacteria, and also it is cosmopolitan in distribution. It is found everywhere, even in salty water, that is brackish water, as well as fresh water also you can grow, but usually it stops growth at when the temperature reaches freezing point. So in temperate region the growth rate will be very slow, but in tropical region it will be a very fast growth rate. And spirulina, it's not a single species, but it has 3 species: Arthrospira platensis, which is mostly cultivated in the California region of America, and then Arthrospira fusiformis. Then we have Arthrospira maxima. This is Arthrospira maxima. It is cultivated mostly in the Mexican region. In India, I have seen many people, and they are cultivating it even in Rajasthan area. We know that Rajasthan is a very desert, hot and dry climate area. It is a desert area, but still they are growing the spirulina. They are cultivating spirulina covered in race-away pond that is covered with the green roofing material. And so we see that these spirulina, they are found to be growing in even hot and dry climate also, provided that there is no contamination, because this it is a cyanobacteria, though it does not contain any toxins, but if it gets mixed with other type of cyanobacteria which if produces toxins, then it will have adverse effect on our body. So while cultivation, we should be very careful that the cultivated matter does not get contaminated, and also the water used should be of very good quality, because if the water contains heavy metal, then that heavy metal will be accumulated in the spirulina that we are consuming. So this is about the species, and it was traditionally used by the Aztecs, that is also a Mesoamerican civilization, and the people of Africa. So apart from being used as a food supplement, it is also a feed supplement, which means that it is used in feeding the animals also. So this spirulina, it is sold in, it is harvested, then it is dried in shade in a very, of course, very hygienic environment, so that it does not get contaminated. So after it is dried, it is powdered, and it is either sold in the form of powder form, capsule, tablet, or liquid form. But one thing is that as it has got a very slight bitter taste, so the powdered form, it is mostly it is taken in the along with other tasty materials. If we say, for example, this powder is used in smoothie, in yogurts, in juices. But one thing you should be very careful, because it has a lot of vitamins in it, which we know that vitamins, they are not that much heat stable. So whatever we do, we take in whatever form, but we should not heat it. We should not cook the spirulina. It can be taken along with other cold drinks or other cold food like smoothie, yogurt. It can be also used as a flavorant on cakes also, but it should not be cooked, or heat should not be applied on it. So this is a very good source of food in the Mars mission. We know that now there is a very trend for this Mars mission, and both the Europe and America, this is NASA and ESA, they both have many projects, especially this CELSS and Melissa. Both these projects, they are for the self-sustaining, for providing various self-sustaining food material for the astronauts, so that this type of long-term mission on the outer space can be possible. So one thing, it is slightly out of syllabus, but I should be saying there was one movie, one Ridley Scott movie, most probably the name is Martian, where the hero is accidentally is left on Mars, and he was found to be growing potatoes in a very secure environment. And this is some sort of, the growing spirulina and chlorella in space is something like that. In a very controlled environment, you can grow your food, though it will be not like the bread or rice that we are eating, but it is able to sustain the space scientists for some time of like, say for example, 1 year or something like that. So this spirulina as well as chlorella, they are very good source of food, because the space, it has got abundant sunlight, and we can grow this chlorella as well as spirulina in photobioreactors using just salt and water. So we can cultivate batch after batch of this spirulina. We can harvest it, and we can continue our space mission there. So these are the nutrients that will be needed for growing spirulina. We see that these are basically salts. These all are basically salts. So salt and water and sunlight, these are the three basic requirements for growing spirulina as well as the chlorella. The nutritional value, here we see that the carbohydrate content of spirulina is not that much, but the protein content is good, means it's high. So we can say that this spirulina can be very good food source for those people who are suffering from obesity, because carbohydrate content is low and the protein content is high. So those even those who are very obese person, they are sometimes given keto diets, which means that the diet will be rich in protein and low amount in carbohydrate. So this spirulina is a very good source for a good feed for those people who are suffering from obesity, and at the same time this is a very good source of protein, especially athletes and those who are bodybuilders. They need a lot of proteins, and this is a very good source of protein, because 60% protein, and also they have all the essential amino acids. So this protein is also very high quality protein, because we know that our amino acids, they are the building blocks of protein. So this amino acids, certain amino acids are produced by our body, and certain amino acids can't be produced in our body, that has to be taken from outside. So these amino acids which are not produced in our body, they are called essential amino acids. So essential amino acid has to be taken from outer source. So this spirulina is a good source of all the 9 essential amino acids. So this is a very good and high very good source of protein, and the fat content here we see it is also very low, and also the fat content it is mostly PUFA, that is the polyunsaturated fatty acids. And we know that polyunsaturated fatty acids, they have got an antioxidant property. Now antioxidant property is the property to fight the oxidative stress. In our body, reactive oxygen species are OS, the reactive oxygen species, they are produced normally in our body. But under oxidative stress, what happens? The amount of reactive oxygen species that the body produces increases. So, this reactive oxygen species in turn phosphorylates the transcription factors. Now, these transcription factors are proteins that alter the expression of gene. The gene, what do they express? They express, first they express the mRNA, which is later transcribed to produce protein. So we can say in a way that altered gene expression can cause altered protein production. And we know that from enzymes to the building blocks of cell, say for example the plasma membrane, other membranes also, everything contain proteins. So altered gene expression or altered protein production will alter the cell functioning in the body and alter the normal functioning of the body. So this is what happens in reactive stress, in the reactive oxygen stress. So this oxidative stress, this condition of altered protein production or altered metabolism, this is the reactive, this is the oxidative stress. So this oxidative stress is prevented or reduced by antioxidants, which are this DHA, EPA, they are very good antioxidants. In fact, this PUFA, these fatty acids are mostly polyunsaturated, and like omega 6 and omega 3, these type of fatty acids, they are very good antioxidants. So here we see that it has got therapeutic properties also. And also we see the vitamin portion. Vitamin, it has all the vitamins, vitamin A, B complex, C, E and K. So we see that it is a complete food. It has contained all the vitamins, but except one vitamin, the vitamin B12, that is present in the spirulina. It has been found that these vitamin B12 is not absorbed by our body. So some people, some researchers, they say this is pseudo vitamin B12. And so far the mineral content, we see that the mineral content is iron. It is rich in iron, manganese, copper, and we know that these metals, they are in our body. What are the function of these metals? They either they act as a coenzyme, that portion of any enzyme, or they are structural elements of protein. They stabilize the protein in the tertiary structure of the protein. So they are also very essential for the normal general functioning of our body, these minerals, and especially iron. If you are having iron deficiency, that is anemia, then also this is a very good source to reduce your anemic condition. The dosage that is prescribed by, that should be prescribed by your doctor. Don't take it without a prescription, because dosage will depend upon your age, your sex, your health condition, whether you have any autoimmune disease or not, whether if you have any inherited genetic diseases, say for example phenylketonuria, or if you have autoimmune disease where the body it produces antibody against your its own antigens. So in that case also, so it is best to take the spirulina under prescription of doctors. So there are many therapeutic and nutritional advantage. First is that dietary supplement. this is a dietary supplement because in the last slide we see that it was a very good source of protein. It is low in carb and contains a lot of good fatty acids. Also it is good source of all the type of vitamins and minerals also. And another thing is that it also contains high amount of two pigments, beta carotene and phycocyanin. Both these two pigments, they are also they have this antioxidant property. So this is a very good dietary supplement, but they are good in controlling the glucose level in diabetic. This entire statement, it was supported by this National Institute of Health, US. But one thing is that the European Food Safety Authority, they have they haven't supported this claim of spirulina in controlling glucose level in diabetes. And then is it is also protected against allergic reaction. Spirulina, it stops the release of histamines. Now we know that histamines, they are responsible for allergic reaction. So spirulina, it stops the release of this protein, and so it is helpful in reducing allergic reactions. And next point is that this is also very good in reducing antibiotic related illness. Now we know that antibiotics are very essential when you have a deadly infection. So, but antibiotic, they along with the target organism, they also kill a lot of our gut bacteria. The gastrointestinal tract, it contains lot of good bacteria, that is the probiotics, that help in improving our digestion. So antibiotic kills this gut bacteria, and so after a long dose of antibiotic, if we have the spirulina diet, or we have spirulina in our diet, then this gut bacteria, lactobacillus acidophilus, which is a normal inhabitant of our GI tract, but is killed by the antibiotic. It can grow because it has been found under lab study that the growth of lactobacillus acidophilus, this gut bacteria, it has been boosted by the co-culture of lactobacillus and spirulina. Then is that it is very good in treating precancerous lesion and also blocking cancer. Now this precancerous lesion, especially in the mouth, that is leukoplasia, it is caused by chewing of tobacco. This is a precancerous lesion, and if you are having a feed or a supplement of this spirulina for a period of time, this precancerous lesion, growth of the precancerous lesion has been stopped, and also it has been found that the size of the precancerous lesion has also been reduced. The spirulina, it also due to it is as it contains a lot of polyunsaturated fatty acids, so this is helpful in reducing the cholesterol level. So as it has got the hypocholesterolemic effect, so then we can say that spirulina diet can have reduced incidence of heart diseases, stroke, as well as blood clot. Also, spirulina can reduce the level of triglycerides, which has the same effect, that is, it will reduce the cardiovascular diseases in our body. So both lowering the cholesterol level and triglyceride level. And at the same time, as spirulina is rich in protein, vitamins and minerals, so a diet of spirulina is found to increase the energy level in our body, and at the same time I told you that it blocks the cancerous growth and other type of viral infection. We know that certain type of cancer, they happen due to irradiation or other damage to the DNA, but viral infection can also cause cancer. So as it has got antiviral property, it can check the growth of cancer and other viral infections. It increases the level of nitric acid, in our body, and we know that nitric acid is it is very good in neural transmission. So it helps in relaxing the blood vessels and reduces the blood pressure. Spirulina diet also boosts the production of the white blood cells and also improves the immunity by providing antibody against herpes, flu and HIV virus. This it has also this zeaxanthin is a ketocarotene, which is a pigment, a carotenoid pigment, zeaxanthin. It is very good in reducing cataract and vision loss. So it has also got antibacterial property. So it helps in improving the oral health, that is reducing the gingivitis or dental plaque. Another pigment that is the phycocyanin. Phycocyanin, it is helpful in it is also a phycobilin pigment. It is also an accessory pigment found in the in most of the algae, and it helps in reducing the tumorous growth, because both this zeaxanthin and phycocyanin, this accessory pigment, they have antioxidant properties. Now, the spirulina diet contains high amount of this amino acid tryptophan, and we know that amino acid tryptophan, it is responsible for production of serotonin, which is very essential for the improving the mental health. Also another thing, DHA and EPA that I discussed in the last slide, that is these DHA and EPA, these are fatty acids, that is the polyunsaturated fatty acid. These two fatty acids are also very important in mental health, and these fatty acids are found in spirulina. So spirulina has also got anti-inflammatory property. Now, inflammation is due to any allergic reaction, and as spirulina reduces the allergic reaction by controlling the amount of histamine in the body, so it is also, it helps in reducing the inflammation in our body. And at the last, it is the antioxidant. We know that this spirulina, this have many carotenes and phycobilins and polyunsaturated fatty acids. These three type of ingredients, that is nutrients, that is found in the spirulina, is helpful in reducing the oxidative stress in our body. Now, there are many disadvantages as well. If you are having autoimmune disease, these are autoimmune diseases are it happens when our body, immune system of our body, start targeting our self cells, means our body cells only. Then it is autoimmune disease. It can happen due to genetic related diseases, or it can happen due at old age, because either it is an old age related disease or it is a genetic disease. So this autoimmune disease, especially this lupus, which is a very deadly disease, then we have this arthritis or multiple sclerosis. Then if we are having this type of autoimmune disease, then we should not be taking this spirulina, because spirulina boosts the immunity. the immune system in our body. And if you are having autoimmune disease, we need to lower our immune responses. So spirulina should never be taken by person who are having any autoimmune diseases. Then another disadvantage is that vitamin B12 that is found in the spirulina, it is not absorbed by us. We know that vitamin B12, it is a very good source of vitamin that is essential for blood clotting. So if we are having some clotting related diseases, we should be very attentive that the vitamin B12 that is found in the spirulina is not absorbed by body. So we need to have certain other source of vitamin B12 in our body. Then spirulina, if we are having a spirulina diet for a long time, then the body muscle, the color of flesh will turn yellow or reddish. So we should not be using it for a long time, say for example more than 1 year, because then we will have a very flushed look. If the spirulina, it is grown in water that is contaminated with heavy metal, then the spirulina will contain heavy metals in its body. And we know that heavy metals, what they are accumulative poison. That is, in very low concentration it might not cause any damage, but in high concentration it may alter the metabolism, various metabolic processes in our body. So we should be very careful in the water, in using very safe water which is not at all contaminated with any heavy metals. Otherwise it will be incorporated in our body only. So another thing is that the spirulina should not be used along with blood thinners such as warfarins, because it has an antagonistic effect with the blood thinners. Also, it should not be given to pregnant women and nursing women. That is, the women they are breastfeeding or pregnant women, they should not be using this spirulina. And the spirulina, if it is contaminated, spirulina is a cyanobacteria, and this spirulina do not have any toxin. But unlike spirulina, mostly cyanobacteria, they contain toxins. So if the spirulina is contaminated with other type of cyanobacteria, then what will happen is that the dried mass will contain those cyanobacteria as well as spirulina. So we know that this toxin produced by cyanobacteria, they damage the nerve, they damage the liver, they damage the skin, and damage the nervous system also. So we should be very careful to keep a very the strain of spirulina uncontaminated, because contamination will cause a lot of diseases, both hepatic disease, neurotic disease, skin related diseases in relating to gastrointestinal tract. So this is also, contamination is also a very great threat in the spirulina. We should be very careful in collecting the spirulina, our feed as a spirulina, because also it happens that a certain company that is producing the spirulina tablet, and a person falls sick, and the same person, if he is fed on different other spirulina capsule or tablet or like that, maybe he won't feel that sick. This will depend because of the culturing condition, whether it is grown in contaminated or uncontaminated area, whether it is grown in heavy metal containing wastewater or not. So these are the disadvantages. And another thing is that if you are suffering from this genetic disease, phenylketonuria, this is a genetic disease where our body is not able to metabolize or break down phenylalanine. So as a result, this phenylalanine, it builds up in the brain, and as it increases, the concentration of phenylalanine in brain increases, it affects multiple organs. So if you are suffering from this disease, phenylketonuria, which is a genetic disease, it is a inheritable disease, so you should avoid using spirulina. Also, earlier I told that it boosts immune system. So if you are having any immune supplement drugs, so like these, this is the list. So you should not be using spirulina along with any of the below drugs. These are the list of drugs that that we should not be using while feeding on the spirulina, because spirulina has antagonistic or opposite effect to these drugs. Also, spirulina, though it can be taken with any type of food, but it is also has got antagonistic effect with these herbs: ginger, clove, turmeric, garlic, ginseng, ginkgo. So these herbs, if used with spirulina, neither of them will have the proper effect. So this was all about how spirulina is a food supplement or a whole food, and the various advantages and disadvantages. If I have missed any point, or you want me to discuss something more about spirulina, certain aspects of spirulina, do write it in the comment section. I will be very encouraged if you do subscribe my video. If you like my video, do share it with your friends, and thanks for watching the video. Again, I should be saying that if you want me to make any video of any topic, do write it in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video.